Alright. Let's get started. Wow. Huh. That's an interesting development. Still no Twitch URLs. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the TFAR plugin on. And we're sitting at about 90 today. Alright, let's put that away. And start this. Alright, all set up. Fire near friendlies, FNF, baby! Falcon, you had me at like a solid 7, and then that ending brought it up to like at least a 9. That one made me laugh out loud. I can't let you post it here, as much as I want to say. I just don't want to piss off anyone. You can publish it in my clips channel on the Discord, though. I'll let you put it there. But I can't let you publish it here because I don't wanna get on that. Oh, man. Error 404 not found. By user not found. Wow. Is not the Messiah. Is a very... oh my god. Alright. Let me make sure everything's set. That was the TFAR plugin stirring. Let me also make sure I have enough storage space. I'm going to be doing a lot of things after this, after tonight. Mainly a lot of editing and then some DayZ pay for pain prep. Because let me break it down.
Send in Goat Team.
Tonight is not officially pay for pain.
Hi.
It is pay for pain on top of a wave survival, but there's a dedicated DayZ pay for pain afterwards, and I'll make that announcement when we start. I have written down the DSA demons on my sticky note. I didn't put it on the document yet, but anything left over from wave survival tonight, I'll probably take it and double it because prices go down for pay for pain itself on a dedicated, but I will make that abundantly clear. Oh, man, but Drowsy, thanks so much for the 4-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. And I will also say this publicly. We can't bring up lone wolfing. There's something going on, and I can't bring up... It's really, really well-timed, and I say that sarcastically, with what's happened today, but we can't bring up lone wolfing, and if people bring it up in chat, I have to have it censored. Please trust the fact if I have to say it this way, there's something going on with it, but I can't tell you. No, don't ban the word, just censor it out. As soon as I'm allowed to tell you, I will tell you. I mean, for example, Tuesday's coming up. There's things I want to tell you about Tuesday, but again, as soon as I'm allowed to tell you, I will tell you. But till then, yeah. You know what I mean? All right. Friday night fights. I'm going to be solo shoutcasting rounds 1 and 2 tonight. Let's go ahead and look everything over. So this one's made by Mountain. I can't bring that up either. Anyway, background. USMC's forces are invading a Turkish island captured by the Russians. Area of operations is Cold War Simulation Build 69.4.2.0. And the notes. Blue 4's briefing tables are located in Safe Zone 2. Increase your altitude. It helps you find what's in front of you. And the mission rules is to have fun. Game mode is ad sector. So there are 2 sectors in play today for round 1 here. So we'll see how things go with all of that. But otherwise, Op 4 is defending. Blue 4 is attacking, if I recall correctly. Yep, those are 2 sectors. Once again, in this town. I'm going to be honest, this has been probably the most overplayed area in all of FNF in a while. Over the span of the past few months, there's at least been 3 missions in this town. There's also been an OFCRA mission nearby, but it's always been in this area. There was a sector defense in here. There was an area defense, or like a CTF or something, I forget. But it also involved the castle, and then someone, was on the outside, like, riding around the edge. Bozkata, Azariah. There's been a lot of missions in here, but it's not the map itself, it's just been in the town area itself. It looks like discount outfits because it's the same architectural area, Turkish island. It's either Greek or Turkish, but that's the point. But it also gives us a unique insight because I'll bring up some additional stuff as well. We'll be able to hear people locally because I'm solo shoutcasting, so I'm in the TFAR channel, which is always a nice plus. But otherwise, mission variables here. 1,200 meter render distance, so that is quite high. 125 build point, which is usually the default. No magnified optics, no NVG equipment. It is like a compact. Haven't you, as I swear, you've played in some of the missions, though, that have involved this area, but I guess from the top. They use this area for sustained assault? I thought they used a different map for sustained assault. Oh, well, getting off topic again. Both sides, for their medium anti-tank weaponry, have AT. 2 rounds per. And otherwise, let's go ahead and look at Op 4 uniforms first since we're in the area. These are the modern Russian EMR kits. They have the modernized AK-74s, which is a little off-putting because they said it was Cold War-esque, but I guess it's, a more modern Cold War. But otherwise, with the Zentico top sights for more access to different Western iron sights to make it a little more even. Otherwise, an AKS. Support weapons are going to be the RPK for the light machine gun, PKP for the medium machine gun. RPG is going to be, LAT's going to be the RPG-26 light anti-tank. It's always a disposable single-shot launcher that you fire and then you drop. Recon, T5000, classic. And then the 2 suppressed shooters, either a 45-round Banana Mag AKS that's suppressed or a 20-round ASVAL, Crew and aviation, either the PP2000 or the AKS. Nothing on crew served weapons. Assets, they get the Dishka fishing boat, which has 4 Dishkas, or I don't think it's 4 Dishkas. I think it's 2 Dishkas and 2 PKPs. Technically PKTs because they're turreted. But yeah, the front one that's shielded and... Oh, no, so it's 3, and then the rear is the PKT. Sometimes, I know there's a version that also has a PKT up here, but it's just the that one. So 3 Dishkas and a PKT. Interesting. Otherwise, we also have 4 assets, 2 UAZ Dishkams. I always cut out the M in the Dishkam, which I find funny. 2 static cords, an armed MI8, It's got 2 PKTs on it, which they apparently took the ammo off of.
Let's give him a warm
That's weird because they said it was an armed MI8 in the Barrage server. I guess that just missed the final inspection. And then 2 transport UAZ cars. Blue 4, looking at them, they're going to be the Modern Marine Recon Force camouflage gear loadouts, excuse me. So that's M27s, which are the fully automatic M4, and then M4A1s as well. And M9 Beretta for the secondary support weapons are going to be the M249 and the M240 Gulf. Light anti-tank is going to be the 136, which in my opinion is the best anti-tank weapon, but for light anti-tank, but that's just a comparison of statistics. Recon get the M40A5 sniper for the single sniper in X-ray, and then 2 suppressed shooters get a choice of the Mark 14 or the SOCOM 16, which are both near identical. Both are 20-round magazine 7.62 by 51 NATO battle rifles that are suppressed. And then you have the MP7 or the M4A1 for crew and aviation. Nothing on crew served weapons, assets. They're going to get 2 AAVPs. The GMG is replaced with a 7.62 by 51 machine gun, basically like an M240 Bravo. Also, they got a lot of ammo, 1,000 rounds, and then 1,600 rounds for that. Those aren't flyable. Those have to be locked. It doesn't say they're locked. I'm telling you right now, those are locked. Those are just for show. Those are definitely just for show. Okay. That's also for show. That's also for show. That one I know is not for show. They have a GAU 21 behind it. They got another one with a GAU 21, but it has no ammo. And then 2 transport MRZRs, and then another CH-53, which is unarmed. So I think the one with ammo in it is the usable one. And then the other one is also the usable one. What a tease. You wanted your jets. But yeah, no, these those are again just for show. I don't know why they're coming up on our roster. I think that's just bugged out. But yeah, no, it's a nice little effect here, and they got one folded up here on the. This is an elevator that can also go down there. But anyway, looking around, they've got a lot of frigates around as well, but it is quite foggy. But let's go ahead and look at Blue 4. Pierce is going to be commanding. Now, here's the thing. I give Pierce a lot of shit for some of the decisions he makes on the command level, but last branch in EU earlier today, he did one hell of a job during round 2 for squad leading. Literally, his squad was able to wipe out an entire flank of an attack, and it was so entertaining to watch, in my opinion. But sometimes Pierce comes up with some really, really weird decisions for command, which I understand why he does it now, and it could be because he does treat everything at the squad level instead of the command level. And there's some major differences there, and I can get into that while they're doing the setup, but let me do my job first. So, Pierce, it's a toss-up in my opinion, but when he does hit, holy crap, he hits hard. But I'm sorry, Kay. I know, I think you're on the receiving end of that attack on round 2 in EU. I'm sorry, buddy, but ooh. Naps leading X-Ray, Iander being the medic. Notice how I'm quickly getting off the topic now. Nemesis as the sniper, interesting. Atlas being the 2IC, Whiplash taking the 14, Gabian taking the SOCOM 16, though they are the 2 suppressed shooters. Drake being Alpha HQ lead, Reznov and Patriot are being an AAVP crew. Cosmonaut leading Alpha 1 with Maz, Wheaton, Squeak, Germania, Miller, and Sub-Angler. Under him, Bridges leading Alpha 2 with Wiki, Fist, Poe, Wash, Martin, and Genry. Nielsen leading Bravo 2 here, which I guess there's no Bravo 1, it's down there. So Bravo 1 led by Anderson with Warwick under him. Bravo 2 has Nielsen leading with Carlson, Montgomery, Michael, Snatch Goblin, Eagle, Bates, and Nielsen. Azuwu, I love it, leading Charlie HQ, Charlie 1 being led by Stottenberg with Mike, Bobby, Dream, Wayne, and Rustplane. Vagrant leading Delta HQ. He's, I think, merged, either Delta 1 or Delta 2 to get Tenderbane or Korvac, Space Cowboy, Carl, and Puma under him. And they got Schnuffles with Zoni and Artisan flying one bird, and Arkin and Blam flying the other. I don't know why there's a 3-man crew for a Stallion, because that's going to be really boring to be the co-pilot, because this helicopter is a little more armored than the other ones. Still thin, but yeah, this just means they're having co-pilots with them. But I know one of them is armed, so, you know, for a 2-man crew, you just have one guy flying, one guy in the rear gun, but at the same time, that's just kind of a weird decision. But, oh well, you know, work with it. But there's that 300-round GAU 9, I forget which GAU designation it is, but it's basically a 300-round fast-firing 50 cal, which is awesome. Otherwise, as I transition over to look at Op4, Gecko Yoko, thank you so much for the 4-month resub, my man or woman. I don't know. I don't judge. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Anyway, Despo leading Op4 with Timek under him as the 2IC, who it looks like he's going to go play in the boat. He's got someone else in there with him. It's G-Legs. All right. Mountain leading X-Ray here. Lolo being the sniper. That's a classic pick. Leo looks like being the 2IC. Olaf being an AS Val gunner. Dooley also taking the AS Val. Interesting. And it looks like they're sitting on logs and messing.
Where's my goat? Where is my
They're making
goat?
Jenga. Okay, Tiberius, just for you. There's your goat. Thanks for the 11-month resub, my man. One more month. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. You're dating Grounders? Nice. Welcome.
Just kind of hold it.
Completely spaced out there for a second. Sorry. Kevin leading Alpha 1 with Ruckus, Night Owl, Dylan, Colin, Leg, and Grav under him. I think Grav's actually the Alpha 1 Alpha leader. He's just merged under Alpha 1 there. Rancid leading Charlie HQ. Charlie 1 being led by Dref with Danny Russell, Diggy Geek. That's a weird... that just made me... That was like a tongue twister. Diggy Geek 19, Mobile X, and Hannah under him. Black Fox leading Charlie 2 with Alex Hood, Waldo, and Jax. Lurch leading Delta HQ with Delta 1 being led by Mito with Stretch, Sam Hanwood, Sleeve, Catnip, Savan, and Aussie Wookie. Delta 2 being led by Banks with Chow, Coda, Coop, Side, and Bayant. And then we already mentioned G-Legs in that other group. Really foggy down here. Beldair, thanks for the 5 gift subs. If you got a sub from Beldair, make sure you thank him or her. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. And Grounders, now. Just for you, buddy. Thanks for the 44-month resub. Hope you and Yoko are having fun.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Can't believe I didn't notice this.
Am I the data activity? Is this what I feel so awkward now? I'm so sorry. I just never expected this to happen. Okay, well. I need whiskey. Where's my whiskey? Mine's actually upstairs. I have this big glass of, not glass, big bottle of proper 12. I was saving it for Dante because that's one of his favorites. And then I got bored last week and decided to make a quadruple whiskey sour with it. And it actually makes a really good whiskey sour, but now it's upstairs and I don't feel like going off to get it. No one gave me a link for the multi, so I don't have a multi for you tonight, unfortunately. So we'll see how things go. Az, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy, but I mean, some people are like that. It's not just the women, too. These days, it could be guys or girls that are just leeches. So you just got to be careful about that. Red flag if they bring their friends and expect you to pay for the friends, by the way. But anyway, otherwise, let's talk again. I believe I was going to talk about Pierce here. So I think one of the issues with Pierce, and he can come back and correct me on this, but after witnessing how well he was able to coordinate a squad of people in his community, I wonder if he's been trying to do that at the same level in Friday Night Fights, with that level of tight-knit coordination where everyone's really comfortable with each other and their abilities. You know, like watching Drumheller in the 506. I'm sorry, Jester 814. That's how most people know him as. But, you know, he would then, like in a multi-community event, you can't expect multiple communities to have that level of coordination because, I mean, this is the one time I think that community is going to work with you on that one day, you know? So I think he's being a little too comfortably aggressive with the other communities that would be under his position as a commander, and that's why they sometimes fall apart, because he doesn't know how to micro them properly. Now, there are a few people in FNF that I have seen micro communities properly when it comes to command. I've seen Bay do it, and I've seen Stark do it. Granted, either of them have only done it once, but those were some of the quickest stomp outs I have ever seen in FNF, and these were a while ago. But my God, if you know how to utilize each different community properly to their strengths, it's incredible, in my opinion. And I know, exactly, I have said that earlier. It's just Pierce also, now to give the credit that I usually give him, he is a coin flip in the sense that some of his plans are really, really wacky. And what pisses me off is that once in a blue moon, they not only work, but they dominate. My favorite one to bring up is a World War II op where he was the commander on defense, and he put a third of his force completely outside of the zone for no reason. I was with Dream, I believe. We couldn't think of any proper reason of why he did that. And then, sure enough, the attacking factions, like, we're gonna rush half of our force around this really obligatory part of the AO where they had no business to go in the first place. And the ambush was devastating, and that's why the attackers lost that round, was because Pierce somehow got in the other commander's head and knew that he was going to use this really obligatory BS route that he shouldn't have even considered. And Pierce made him pay for it. And to this day, that is my favorite Pierce play to bring up, because it goes to show you that sometimes it works. Sometimes it just works. Like, good freaking God. But otherwise, round has begun. Looks like we're going to have a full force in that helicopter. We still have 2 people on the ground, but they didn't get into the other helicopter. That's weird. So that means that one of the choppers is eventually going to have to come back. And we also have a ground convoy coming in, which is just 1 squad, because I think I see... Nope, we have Charlie 1 there, too. So, But it could just be because that says Alpha HQ, so I think it's just that group going around right there. We're going to go for a wide flank. Now, it is foggy on Bozkata here, so visibility is going to be a bit tough. We got some people going up on the hill. I think that's just Platoon HQ. And then we also have a boat going in the harbor. If I was that boat crew, I'd probably stay more local, because it's going to be tough to pull back around, but they might be going for a bit of a further reach to stop any naval plays. So we'll just have to see how it goes. So Todd Howarded it? Yeah. Yeah, he did. Ay. So Bloodwing's over helping some friends of ours because they're getting married in 2 weeks. I'm just making sure she's okay, but that's the first week I'm taking off, which is the last week of this month. And then the second week is an actual vacation. But my God, I have been super busy with so much stuff, and it's really exciting. From, you know, that we're going to be doing a wave survival tonight with some pay-for-pain elements, and then an actual pay-for-pain tomorrow. That's going to be at 6. Tuesday, Bohemia is going to be announcing some really cool shit. And I've been trying to make some footage front logs for the 2 weeks I've been taking off, and also work on some new campaigns that I want to do, like Pogs. So, whew. Oh, geez, Sapphire. I'm sorry to hear that. Ooh. I mean, I would say one of the best things about fast food is you don't question what's in it. Just understand that it's good. And if you want something healthy, just make it yourself. Because it's not hard to make chicken nuggets. Well, it is a little hard to make chicken nuggets, but just don't burn yourself on hot oil. But otherwise, we see Blue 4 coming around on the southern side. I'm going to try to listen locally to see if they hear them, or... Mountain's calling them out as south because they hear the engine noises of the VIX.
Eyes on enemy tank or AAVP. Eyes on both AAVPs. Marking.
As I'm sorry to hear that. So another thing we don't see when we stream this is a lot of the information that gets exchanged to other squads isn't through the radio, it's on the map. So what we just heard by Mountain saying marking is that he's marking where the AAVPs are moving to, and now everyone on his side can see that. So Mountain now, he's gonna... He wants to try to keep stealth here. He just told everyone to hold fire here because they want to see where this group is going. They also don't have any AT to take care of them. Because I believe this is X-Ray's group, right? Yeah. But if he can catch them where they're dismounting, he can set up his sniper, which I believe is Lolo, right? Yeah, and Lolo can actually start getting some good headshots, because Lolo is one of the better snipers in FNF, I would say. I was going to say more dedicated, but I don't think that would have, you know, gelled well with what I wanted to actually describe with him, you know? And what I just said was gibberish, I'm sorry. There are some better snipers than Lolo, in my opinion, but Lolo, I would say, out of everyone I see, is the one that takes it the most often. And there are some rounds he goes where he doesn't get anything, but more recently, he's been getting rounds where he does get a few, which means he is getting comfortable with the weapons, just through experience. But really, that's also just dependent on where X-Ray is deployed in the round. I'm going to be honest, out of everything in FNF, I would say X-Ray is the most ineffectively played squad on average. Because there's a lot of missions I feel X-Ray would be better as an attachment to the main force attacking to give sniper support, but in a lot of rounds you'll see X-Ray go one direction and the main force go another, and it doesn't make any sense to me why they do that. Because if you just had the sniper supporting the infantry as they pushed up, and then the suppressed guys working with the infantry themselves as, you know, like a small flanking force, to then...
Just died with me.
Oh my god. Someone
Yo.
died. Wheaton and Dreek are dead. Because they landed.
Did you just die as well?
Wheaton and Dreek and Fist are dead!
I was crushed by, I thought the helicopter. I don't know.
Oh my god. Alright, I gotta mute myself now. So, yeah. Blue 4 just lost 3 dudes, and 2 more unconscious because they didn't get out of the helicopter in time. Can you play this with a controller? Yes. Not fully play, but you can do camera work and cinematic shots with it. My predecessor, Luton09, would do that all the time. It's definitely more of a mouse and keyboard game, but if you're Zeusing and you want to focus on cinematic angles, that's what Luton did, and he did it quite well, to his credit. Did they just frag themselves? That's funny. Bad frag, baby. But from the looks of things, Blue 4 is going to try to attack from the north to deny this hill, so they can deny Op 4 being on it, and hopefully catch Op 4 in a flanking attack, but Op 4 is just folded to being more defensive instead. I'd imagine X-Ray here is going to be watching Blue 4 make these movements. So if we were to look at Lolo right here, yep, he's watching him. I always like to get down and just watch their first-person perspective. Note that this isn't 100% accurate, though, so where this is pointing doesn't mean that's where he's pointing and shooting. Sometimes it's a little accurate, but that's why I like the tracer script, because then you'll see where the bullets go. Now, this is probably going to be a round with, I want to say, another 10 minutes of maneuvering, but because Op 4 knows where this is going, we have one of the Dishkas turned away over here. And as I say that, that was a sniper. Oh my fucking god, Nem. Oh. Oh, Nem, you did him dirty. Nem. Beautiful shot. I thought it was a marksman down in Delta, and I'm like, no, we didn't hear, like, I didn't see the tracer coming in that direction. Nem just did him dirty. I was going to follow up and say, well, we got the boat coming around, so I'll probably flank that attack, but we do have Tenderbaner down there with AT. What type of AT do you have? You have a Carl Gustav, which means you can probably disable the boat, which means you and the boat are going to see each other probably at roughly the same time. But, wow. Did him dirty. Hey, you can skyline with vehicles, too, and if you're standing up in that vehicle, I mean, you're just adding to the skyline. Sniper's going to see your head, but, see, this goes into my point of what I was talking about with X-Ray. X-Ray right here is being used as a support force for the main force. Or, if anything, it's being the reconnaissance force on Overwatch to cover the route that Blue 4 is going to go on. In my opinion, that is the best place to use X-Ray, not just for this mission and this front, but the best job X-Ray serves, is to make those strategic shots like that. Not to be sent off on their own, but to support that kind of group. Be a little isolated, but not too isolated.
3 hours in. The war is imminent.
Thank you, Warboss. I appreciate the 1,000 bits. And yes, Op 4 Platoon is alone on this hill at this point, which is a little worrisome now, because they were, you know, further up north checking. We're about to see this boat come in. They don't hear him over the water, though. I hear the helicopters in the distance, actually. Alright, I'm looking. I think the boat's going to cut its engine, just coast in. I can now slightly see its silhouette right there. But it's still very dark. And the only reason I can see it is because I know it's there. See? Now it starts to come in. But you can barely make it out. You gotta kind of put your eyes around it to notice that dark spot. Good accuracy around Stottenberg. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Now they're going high. But now it's a matter of Contender Baner move up and get a shot with his AT. And that's the real question. Now, of course, here's the one issue I have with X-Ray, though, and how it's designed. It's designed with suppressed shooters and a sniper, which are really supposed to work in the opposite way of each other. So I think they should put the sniper with Platoon to Overwatch and then have X-Ray be the sabotage team, and they give X-Ray explosives instead. Because X-Ray used to be based off of a team that was just meant to be a sniper anyway. And then they added the suppressed shooters. But you can't really use X-Ray one or the other. Like, if you use it to be close, then the sniper's ineffective, but you use it to be far, then almost everyone else in that squad's effective except for the one spotter that's used. And as we've seen them crack down on the rules for lone wolfing and whatnot, you can't see one group divide itself among two areas, and then, you know, that'll cause complications. So, it does make it tough. I do love how Dream is in this gun. He is suppressing that boat with that 50 cal. Rounds are landing accurately around it. Oh, G-Legs is solo crewing. I thought he had someone in it, but that was the 2IC that Time Mech, I think, had in his car instead, and he died. So, G-Legs is lone wolfing. Okay, okay. And now you have the CH-53 coming in. G-Legs is driving. He's making adjustments as he's driving so he can control it. Now he's on this Dishka. He's going to shoot up at that boat. Oh, and there's the Moz round coming in from Tenderbaner on the rear. And there goes Jack Sparrow. I assume we're going to see a boat kill. Yep. The boat counts as a tank, apparently, which makes sense because there's actually no boat roster there. So, fun fact, boats count as tank kills. Interesting. G-Legs did survive, though. Now he can swim on the shore. That boat's still getting shot. I guess they didn't make the correlation of that. Horvath going in the water for some reason. That's a weird call. But yeah, that's only going to slow down Blue 4's advance here, so I don't know. But as I went over that, see, now this I appreciate. You have the sniper back there with a spotter, and then you have the team lead going up with the two suppressed shooters. This is exactly how you should be dividing X-Ray, in my opinion. It's just, you know, I hear mixed things about that being allowed and whatnot, but that's how it should be, you know? Have the suppressed shooters get behind the enemy and have the sniper do its job. And now you got Blam back here. He just, I don't know why he's alone, but Op 4 X-Ray would like to have a word of him. 2 times 3 teams are fine now? All right. I just want to see X-Ray come up and hit him. I don't know what's up with Blue 4 losing their like people as they try to get out of helicopters tonight in this first round, but it is entertaining. I don't blame him for his failure. Oh dear. Ooh. Galil and Lolo went mobile, and now they're caught out of position. Galil's going prone, trying to pop some smoke grenades. It's Scandi forces here. Of course, it's Scandi. Scandi has a weird habit of just being in the right place at the right time. Lolo taking some damage from that grenade. I think they're going to get away because they're concealed properly now. They just have to keep that concealment going. And it looks like Blam died. To what? I don't know. But, oh, Olaf got him. Excellent. Rest in peace, Blam. There's blood on the ground. Yep. Now, this is going to be another interesting maneuver here. Galil has a PP-2000. And Sergeant Miller over there is kind of alone. I'm not sure if G-Leg spotted him, though. Oh, Legs, if you were to look left, you'd have the perfect view. He's not being pulled by that armor sound, which would normally pull me to look the other direction. But he's got that lawn stick mag as well. Oh, he might have spotted Squeak. He needs to stay in the lower ground, though, because the fog is his friend. The fog will help confuse his PID for anyone on Overwatch. If he keeps going up, people are going to start being able to see that dark green on him and realize he's not a friendly. Galil and Lolo getting separated here. Little worry, though, because you got Nemesis, the sniper. Looking around up here, but looks like Galil's been spotted. He's taking fire. Uh-oh, he spots Galil. Misses. Actually, no, I saw some blood right there on the ground, so he might have actually hit him with a stray shot. He's trying to reacquire. Galil went under the bush. Oh, he hit the dirt. Galil gets up. He's going to run for it again. It's cat and mouse. I don't know if he hit because the bush is in the way. He's waiting for him to poke up. Wait, what do you mean that's not Galil? Yeah, that's Galil. Lolo was able to get away. Oh, Naf's gonna have to great flank here. Galil gets shot in the ass, takes a few up Main Street. Ooh. Bad way to go. Meanwhile, G-Leg's still in the middle of the formation over here, just staying low. He's going for the engine sound. Oh, man, dude. You've got a full group up there. I'm really wondering if anyone's going to notice. Because they just might think it's a friendly, but now that he's kind of getting out of the fog, he's easier to PID. Yeah, there it is. Washed notice. The legs went too high. He's too visible now. I heard those rounds impact. Yep, he's down. Gotcha, gotcha. I got this one helicopter up here. Is this the armed one? Superman up there. That is the armed one. Are you actually doing what I think you're doing? No! Why are you on -1? No! Dooley, no! What have you done, Mountain? No! Oh! Fire near friends, everybody! Is Dowsy still alive? Who's Dowsy and what team is he or she on? You're gonna have to let me know. Name rings a bell, though. I just can't remember where. Dowsy. I don't see a Dowsy. Dooley handing with the wrong crowd, yeah, right? The mountain will come to Dooley. Oh my god. I feel like I saw a Dowsy, but I could be wrong. Or they could have died and then left the server and they wouldn't be on my roster anymore. In which case your answer is they're dead. 20 minutes maneuvering and Blue Force finally starting to get in position. Yeah, I don't see a Dowsy. So Pierce did this massive maneuver again to take the high ground, and now the high ground can be used to overwatch as this other force goes into town. I remember this strategy happened in a similar AO that involved this town area, and it was working rather well. But then individual groups started going ahead of the entire platoon formation and then start getting defeated in detail because their attacks became unsupported. So let's see if Pierce makes that same mistake, or if he has a better grasp on everyone and can keep his Overwatch elements here and then his sweeping elements online. What are the casualties at? Blue 4 lost a good like 3 to 5 people early on because of helicopter accidents. Op 4's lost 2 people on X-Ray, and I think they also lost the 2 IC and what's his face? G-Legs, who came off the boat. It's been a good strat so far, definitely. The real fight's going to be the town. Oh, we just have to see how it plays out. I do like these bipod positions, but you're very exposed up high, so we'll see. It's overtime, I have the high ground. I'm just waiting to see if the marksmen line up some shots. I keep getting complaints by people where I'm not going low enough to watch the players come in, and the real issue with that is I just don't know where to go to catch that, you know? Don't get me wrong, I want you guys to enjoy yourselves, but I just sometimes can't find the right angles to go on. So I think, yeah, these guys just got shot at. They quickly climbed down. Smart move. They left the kid up there, though, but they were going to make that a bipoded position. I'm curious to see where that helicopter's gun is also going to be utilized, but the AAVPs up here as suppressing weapons with the range and elevation are going to be really difficult for Op 4 to deal with. Because what was the mat weapon Op 4 had again? RPG-32s, which can only be properly ranged up to 500 meters. Past 500 meters, you are honestly taking a guess, plus you have to deal with elevation. So you got marksman rounds going over, and that's also a Dishka firing by platoon. Let's see if anyone gets hit. All right, so we have the Dishka there. We got Aussie Wookie and Seven, which I think just have AKs. And then we have Catnip up here, who also just has an AK. I'm looking to see if there's any SVDs in play by these guys, any of the machine guns. Wow. Wow. Did Stretch make that shot? He has his AT out. So that was about a 550 meter shot plus elevation up to 600. So the RPG-32 you can only range up to 500 meters with the mil dots. So that was a great guess, and he nailed it. That was great. It's rare to see shots like that. That was the first shot too. I thought the AAVPs would be a little more safe, but no, right. Op 4's got some great AT plays to go. They still, Blue 4 still has one AAVP to play, but if it's going to play, it's going to be very defensive. Also, it should not enter the town perimeter. It's a death trap in there. So they need to find probably the taller hill further away and be more defensive. Fire, and then when they're not firing, pull back and let someone else do the spotting for them. I'm gonna be honest, it was skill that got him there, but luck to make the first shot, to be honest. Now, he could have had someone range it for him. Woo! That was Bravo 1 up there firing a Maz round down. Now, just an AT round, so it's not going to do too much damage. That's Warwick. As you can see, Warwick is being ranged in by Anderson with that Vector 21. Actually, no, it's just a rangefinder. I don't think the vanilla rangefinder has the system that the Vector 21s from Ace do, where you can also tell elevation and make that a proper adjustment. All right, we got 4 guys up on the coast here. Grab's coming around on his own. Grab gets hit a few times. I think both of them hit each other. Grab tries to come around, pops another grenade on the defensive. Might catch Rust out of position as Rust tries to pre-fire around. Switches to his handgun, finishes Rust off. As Stottenberg, I think, put some shots around. Now he's trying to get away from Stottenberg. Graf has to be crippled at this point. And he's going to reload GLs. Now you're having Blue 4, again, trickling forces in, and they still have another group back here which they're pushing in. They got to be careful not to trickle forces too far, because otherwise they're just going to be piecemealed by the defensive lines Op4 has. And you're right, Op4 is pretty spread out here, but I'm going to be honest, as a defender in an urban environment, you want to be this spread out. Because this allows for the room of, let's say this guy's getting engaged. You can have these 2 run around, these 3 run around, and encircle that force, eliminate them, and then they all disperse again, rinse and repeat. If you minimize the amount of bodies you're throwing at a problem that, you know, is tightly spaced, you'll end up killing more of them than they of you, which is important because the attackers, Blue 4 in this case, have that numbers advantage. So I think Grab got picked off by grenades here. There's his body. And then you got the helicopter. It's low right now, but it's trying to find a good angle. Might be landing to pick X-Ray up, actually. Op4 X-Ray, meanwhile, they need to pick themselves up and potentially get behind the enemy with their suppressed guns, because otherwise they're going to be out of play at this point. Now, I'm going to play favorites here, but I want to see what Bay does as the defender. He is my top choice for FNF in terms of best player overall, consistently as well. And Falcon, even if you were here tonight, I would still say Bay is better than you. No offense, but he does what you do and he doesn't get in trouble for it. But that's because he always has a buddy like Chow or Dooley, and I think that's the smokescreen for him. But that man works wonders. Now we're going to start seeing Blue 4 coming in. This is that exact kill zone I was calling out too, and we're probably going to see some flanking. Bay spots Angula, takes him out. GL hits the rear of Bay there. He's trying to get some double taps on Angula. That's Angular. My bad. Wheat now coming around as Bay quickly tries to maneuver. A player like Bay, though, any aggressive player, so Bay or Falcon, 2 best examples I can think of, but also a lot of Pepega Pirates players really value their maneuverability. So if you want to disable them, shoot them in the legs, and they will eventually die. You just have to leg them. Angler fails his wake-up check. GL going on the door, I think it was too high. Bay, he got damaged right here. He might fold in the corner and quickly try to bandage. He is a medic, so I'm not sure if you can stealth Stitch or whatnot. He just got taken out. I just heard an explosive happen. That was the other AAVP. I don't see a mine detonation, so I assume AT picked it off as it was coming in. Or it got, that cord is reloading, so the cord might have actually disabled it and caused a flame out in there. Cook-off happened, Dream got out. He's on fire, though, so he might not be able to... I heard him scream. Good God. No, Bay! I think Wheaton pushed him. Yeah, Wheaton pushed him and got him. Yep, Bay was kabloodled. I caster cursed Bay. I know, it's horrible. Oh, so the helicopter just did a really close insertion here. OpForce turning their heads, but this is going to allow for X-Ray and a few others to land over here. Now, if OpForce quick, though, they can quickly get on the shoreline and kill these Blue 4 guys. And we're seeing a massive smoke push now. Waldo might find a good angle. From a Blue 4 going underwater. He manages to get a headshot. Going for Vagrant now. Vagrant's able to get up high enough to start engaging. Waldo knocked to his feet. As this is all downhill too. Grenades are going to be really deadly. We're seeing Blue 4 get knocked out left and right. More Blue 4 bodies too because it's all open. Black Box finding Iander's position, taking him out. This was a risk, and it is not paying off. Korvac might be able to push up and take Waldo out, but he instead is continuing on this area. That was really risky, and I don't think it was the best idea because OpFor would be defending their AOs here. No, because you wouldn't have reloaded that fast. I thought Cowboy Carl just GL'd Atlas there, but he gets taken out. Iander wakes back up. Naps takes out Atlas. Waldo taken out by Vagrant. Could still wake back up, though. Korvac here. That's not Korvac's fault, but that is a little gamey. But again, that's just based off of angles. This game's funny. Alex sprays Nafs away with that PKP. Waldo's dead. Vagrant's up here looking around. Don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for unconventional ideas like that, but that was right next to an enemy sector. You should only do that if you can confirm there's no bad guys there, because then it's a really great way to back cap a sector and then have this force make a foothold to go into the other area. This place was too heavily defended for something like that, and Blue Force paying for it. Korvac might find Mobile X. He does. Oh, this is beautiful. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, God, and Alex blows Vagrant away. Russell giving some follow-up shots, and now it's just Korvac. I love it when someone... How do I word this? Russell getting taken out by Korvac there. You can tell a lot on the type of player based off of what they do when they walk behind an enemy. Will they immediately kill them? Will they say something cheeky? Will they stop and wait? Oh, that was funny. Now Alex is going to come around with the PKP. What? Why? Okay, it was funny the first time. Why did that happen 3 times? That's kind of weird that If I had a nickel for every time someone walked into the elephant grass at this specific position, waited a few seconds, and shot them, I'd have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it just happened 3 times in a row within quick succession. As I was saying, it's funny because depending on what the person does, you can tell a lot about how they play the game. Will they say something funny like Omeawama and Shinderu? Will they immediately shoot the guy in the back of the head? Will they panic and just start spraying them down? You know? I think it says a lot about how the person plays, you know? Because if they make a witty comeback, it means they're having fun with it. If they panically start spraying, it means they're freaked out over everything. They're letting their nerves get to them. If they wait a few seconds, they might be trying to listen if anyone else is around before they take the shot. It shows you what the player's thinking of as it happens, but that was just a domino effect of I don't even know. And Iander desperately trying to work on Atlas. Iander is the medic, so he could bring Atlas back up. And you do have Nemesis, the sniper, all the way over here. I think he was able to maneuver around because I think he dropped off with that chopper, but now he's on a really nice position. Bye, Jax. Oh, Jax is smart. Nah, he was moving around too much, buddy. You shouldn't have risked that shot. You have a really good position. You got to drop him quick. Rest of the AO, though, Blue 4 pushed the rest of their force down from the hill. They got green, Op 4 X-Ray behind them, but they rallied with the remaining troops. So they're constantly making sure their front line is supplemented with a large amount of infantry, which granted, they were down to this, which wasn't a lot. But now that Bravo's down here, that's going to make attacking this final sector a little easier, as long as X-Ray isn't able to get on their rear and take them all out, which could happen. 15 minutes warning there. I don't know. I don't think this is going to go to time. Units are too close to the objectives for this to go to time. Great explosive trap there. That took out Montgomery. He could still get back up, but that was a satchel. On an angle, too. Michael just got blown away from his flank. Don't know who got him there specifically. Numbers-wise, it's a little even, but Blue 4 clearly have the number advantage here. We got Mountain getting behind Snatch Goblin. Unable to land the kill, and Snatch Goblin somehow got him with a headshot. I think Mountain was misranged on that. Snatch Goblin giving some more shots there with that I-27. That's it, the fully auto version. Now you got some other forces coming around here. Lurch is down. Mountain's only good for insta-killing teammates. Oh, God, Natty. Natty. That was a mean one. A little funny, but that was mean. Lurch is down. We got these guys running around in this complex here. This is either... No, this is originally from a map called Klafgan, CLA, Afghanistan. But I believe they're now also in 3CB factions, which is why we see it here. Reznov pinning down this group. They're starting to notice where it is. You can see him skylining on that building. And he switched windows there. You just heard one of them run in pain. They got one of them there. This bunker is going to be one of the last defenses of the sector, and he gets headshotted. They got two guys out here working on him as Catnip's trying to cover. This could give Patriot an opportunity, but he's outside of the perimeter. The MI8 got blown up. And you got that helicopter flying over. Still got Tymek out here, and you still got Olaf out here. "12 minutes, they're just whittling down the defenses in that building. AT fired on that building as well. You got Patriot now trying to pick people off. Not sure if he got a kill there. There is a body, though. And the easiest way to check is to see if they have a kill, which they do, so he might have actually gotten one there. Or it could have been for something earlier. We have to infer. Still hearing some more shots. The guy that was in that building died. Olaf's alone trying to find individual Blue 4. It's just not working out for him. Op 4, they got some guys on the outskirts they can work with here. The guy that was with Patriot went down. Nemesis getting suppressed. He got a second kill, though. Let me check the ground here, because the blood texture always goes to the ground level. I don't see any blood, though, so he hasn't gotten hit. I'm doing all right, Willow. How are you? This is a pretty nasty stalemate. Yes, Blue 4 has more numbers, but they're holding. Olaf just knocked Anderson out. You got Nielsen coming around. Double taps on Anderson. Nielsen's gonna run right in and counter breach him. Takes Olaf out. And there's the follow-up headshot, too. Now it's just this bunker. Gotta be careful, though, because I think there's some crossfire into friendly positions, because Blue 4 attacking doesn't understand where the attackers are.
Send in go teams.
But I'm seeing a lack of Blue 4 actually trying to push, and the group that might push is going to be a limited number. And we still have 2 guys on the flank that could come around and still harass. But as I say that, we're starting to see a 2-man team come in with a smoke push, which is going to force Op4 to be on the defensive and just watch the entryways, which is going to make it harder for these guys to actually breach. Egg Tendies, thanks for the 5-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you keep enjoying it. And that'll be a nice kick out of the scenario. Mito failed the security there. Wow. Mito was not far enough on the side to properly pull security, so he mag dumped the run. He mag dumped basically the side of that. Didn't prevent his 2 friends from dying, and they just went up there and killed him. That was a fail right there. There's the wipe. They had the right idea, but they just weren't lined up properly because their guns were clipped into something, and it cost them. Now it's a little worrisome because they just got 4 free kills with no casualties in that assault. Now Blue 4, I think, has the numbers to push through. Nemesis still up here harassing. 9 minutes remaining. As I say that, he gets picked off. Does Alex have a kill? He has 3, actually. You got this helicopter distracting. But let's do a number count real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 2 in that helicopter will be 14, plus 1 down is 15. And Op4 do have Lolo back here, who's on 5 kills. And those 5 kills, I think, are going to help make the difference. He might be able to get a few more, and that would help thin out the remains of Blue 4 if he can find them out of position. Stop cursing the players. I know! Yeah, if Lolo can find a good spot to pick these guys off. Oh, Lolo. Lolo! Ho, 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 Lolo! Just put the sniper in an Overwatch area. Let him go to work. Look at this. Look at Lolo go. Yeah, fun fact, Falcon did get yelled at last time he was sniper because he was up on an Overwatch point. 2 kills right there. I mean, that could have just made all the difference. We just saw an Op4 guy get hit. There's 2 wounded Blue 4 there. He just needs to chill here and pick off more people. I told you, Lolo, he is a good sniper. He's been slowly becoming better and better with the sniper platforms. I've watched him go from only getting like 1 or no kills a game. Now he's getting up to, you know, like 5 to 10. It's scary what he's become. He seems to do best with the T5000, though. I will also say that. But in my opinion, out of all the snipers that are given, the T5000 is the best one. Now, I gotta be careful here, because if everyone leaves that sector, it's gonna get back capped. So you got the PKM firing, and this thing's firing back. Here, I'm gonna give you guys a little treat. Let's go ahead and look at Artisan here. Okay, so he's on the gun back here. This is what his POV looks like. All right, well, I tried. I was going to try to show you guys what the chopper gun perspective looks like, but it looks like he's repositioning here. I'm surprised Op4 isn't utilizing the, oh, as I say that, they're going to push 2 people up here. Do these guys see them on the stairwell coming up? I think he sees them. Uh-oh. Nothing happens. All right. They let him pass. If that's the case, they should get up there and secure that one area. Lolo, meanwhile, Montgomery's not waking back up. He was receiving medical, but I'm not sure if it was finished. So he might have not received his blood, so he's just going to be perma-unconscious. Genry's also unconscious. He got into a firefight with a guy. Lolo, I think, is still going to be on 7. He's still got good eyes from up here, so he should stay up here. Wait for people to get into firefights and then pick them off. That's still the best position from the BM. The only closer one would be this one, but even then, it wouldn't be much better. It would just be closer to people that could potentially shoot back at you. But now, numbers-wise, it's a little more even. Still favoring Blue 4 slightly. Or, yeah, still favoring Blue 4, but that can quickly change. Join and saw log? What log? Jack's running down, runs right into Fist. Doesn't notice Fist. Fist starts shooting. Jax gets super confused. Oh my god, how did you miss Fist? Big repperoni there. Chopper gonna try to reposition again. He's still alive because you still see that +1 up there. I'm a little worried about Op4 because they got too many people folded back. They're going to go purely on sector defense, which leaves only a handful of dudes outside the sector, which means they are vulnerable. Lolo on 8 kills now. Is he going to make 9 off that guy? Oh, you see him? He ducked the shot. Went right over his head. Lolo's making all the difference here. And yes, there is a double rainbow there. One of the streets. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If he looks a little more left, he'll see on the left side of his scope there's someone out and about. Map view right, we see them regrouping. You also got Banks down there. That helicopter's right there. Oh, is Lolo gonna snipe him? Oh, Lolo. They're getting fuel. And they quickly get up. I think Op4 now has the number advantage. They're landing out of view. Lolo, be patient, buddy. Yeah, he's gonna make sure he's under that bush. Yeah, there's the second rainbow up there. It's harder to see, but that is a double rainbow. Ah, man. Back over here, I mean, they're down to the last 5. You got Fist pushed up. He's unconscious. They picked off whoever was over there on the left. Oh, I thought it was a charge for a second. No, it's a grenade. He's still dead, though. It's a 5v5, actually. I think they were refueling it. Yeah, they're totally refueling it. Lolo needs to try maneuvering, and they'll be able to pick him off, but that's hilarious. Michael doing a blind spray here. There's 2 minutes remaining, by the way. I don't know why they're refueling. It's over. Mike gets hit. Now, if Blue 4 get into the sector and they're still alive, it will go to overtime until they get knocked unconscious or leave the sector. Hey, Division, what's up? Double rainbow all the way. 60 seconds. You hate Lolo, he cost you points? Sorry, Hotshot. Yeah, I mean, if Lolo didn't get those 8 kills, there'd be 8 more people down here. I think he just got kill number 9. No, he didn't. He was firing at the chopper. and they left the fuel in and did an emergency takeoff. Oh, I thought he got a kill. I was about to laugh my ass off. Germania's in the sector, so they could call overtime. And he does have a marksman rifle, which I think he's using as a CQC weapon now. Yeah, he's got a pit bull sight on it. Oh, this is a cheeky spot. Yeah. 11 seconds. Get in the sector. Are you gonna call overtime? No. Ooh! They just AT'd that helicopter. Nope, they're not calling overtime because it's only round 1. All right. Well, Op 4 won that. That was close. That was very close. No overtime called by the admins. We gotta stick with that. Woo! What a round. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start our intermission sequence. For those of you that are subscribed, you don't have to worry. For those of you that aren't, consider subscribing. You get to skip intermission sequences. All right, and as a reminder, we do have a pay-for-pain style event. It's going to be a simple wave survival on our DayZ server at 11:30 tonight. That is in a little over 2 hours. And if round 2 finishes early, I might be able to sneak in round 3, but otherwise I got to basically go in and prep for that. So we've got that to go with, and then we have
Yay, Op 4.
the dedicated DayZ Pay for Pain event tomorrow as well, where things do get cheaper, and I will be very clear about that. So if you don't want to spend anything for tonight's event, that's fine. Keep it for tomorrow where it will be cheaper, but if you want me to bully them tonight, because if they survive tonight, they'll get access to better gear tomorrow, which means they're harder to bully. So invest more now, get more rewards later. Payout, 1 second. Looks like it was paid out. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and start doing my transition here. Yellowstone. Let's do, I always like my music in phases. So this one I've been playing a lot more often recently because I like it. All right, get that down. Let's go ahead and switch our map command over. All right, this is round 2. This is going to be Op 4 attacking 3 Blue 4 objectives. Op 4 has an 8% numbers advantage. 2 armed Gaz Tigers. Oh my gosh, this is a big list. MIA 4 armored SUVs. I don't think that means they have miniguns, though. I doubt it. Miniguns are pretty nasty. Blue 4 has 2 M40 M13s and 2 M2 statics. Okay. There's 2 M240 M113s and 2 M2 statics. All right. Whew, but even thanks for the 6-month resub as well. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Making a spec op mission for Monday. Max would be 6-man. Might add spoopy shit later on. Limited resources and assassinate multiple teeth. When are you running that? Monday. I should be able to make, as long as I finish what I need to. Otherwise, I'm going to be cramming for it Monday. But, whew. Anyway, I will be right back 1 second. I have to quickly use the bathroom. Thank you for your patience. 2200, I should be able to make it, Willow. No, I make sure the mic's off when I do that. Don't worry, Division. But yeah, 10 p.m. I should be able to make that. I just got to get my stuff done, you know? But otherwise, how is everyone's evening tonight? You heard it? Okay, well, screw me, I guess. That's why the music's slightly loud. Sorry, reading what they have in chat. If the mic's off, then what's the point of subscribing? God damn it. You know, I said this previously. This has been one of the most stressful weeks I've ever had. I've been working nonstop here and there, and you know, at the end of the day, it just feels like another week. You know what I mean? It just... it's just been a hard week. They want me to go down to hotel, but I don't want to fly in a helicopter for an hour. I have to be in a specific mood for that. Read the Patreon, deep rest, you got this. I know, it's been a crazy ride the past week, and how everything's transitioned from a lot of BS happening to now a lot of weird, crazy shit happening. And I have to somehow adjust with all of that. Ah, man. What's my typical workday like? These days, because it's actually dynamically changed over the past few years, I would say. Posture check, hydrate. Yeah. These days, I usually wake up and get out of bed by 10, and then I'm immediately working. What I'm working on could vary through... Usually the main two things are mission making or video editing. Doing some socializing in between. I wake up from with anywhere from like 5 to 55 Discord DMs, a few emails on the suggestion account. I go through my personal Discord. I go through things in TSB's Discord. I go through all my ats and other communities just to socialize. I check Twitter because that's a good networking platform, and I only use it for that. You know, a freelance IT guy? I mean, yeah, no, that would be a good way to put it. It's just the exception is I stream. That's the only real difference. But I decide when I want to work, decide when I don't want to work. And I do work on average, I want to say, 8 to 12 hours a day. Except on days where Bloodwind wants to go have a dinner date or we're going to go hang out with friends. But even then, on those days, I usually work anywhere from like 4 to 8 hours. Larry, that's part of the fun, though. But really, it's just been... I'm constantly trying to innovate what I do. Trying out PvP commentary was an innovation back then. The latest innovation has been DayZ. There's another innovation that I was going to look into the DayZ, the AI mods that came out with DayZ expansion, and we were going to actually run some ops on the Infusion engine with the same way I run the Pay for Pains. Now I'm putting that on hold because I want to see what Bohemia's announcement is on Tuesday before I invest all that time and work in learning the AI, because I have a feeling I know what it is. I'm probably going to release a video publishing my findings on Sunday or Monday to talk about what it is. Probably going to step on some executive toes like I did on Splendid Squad, because I teased what I thought I knew in that as well. But, you know, if it is what I think it is, I'm still going to have the DayZ idea in my pocket because I have no idea what state it is at, but it's still something exciting. Round 2, by the way. But, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot. All right. There's T-Far kicking in. 1 second. Let me adjust something in my seat. Listen to him locally.
Just shove it in your fucking ass if you do that.
Well, who is barking?
Oh my god, it's King.
You dream? I can hear you.
That's King's voice?
No one had anything.
Why am I not surprised? That actually sounds like the perfect King voice. Usually, that's okay. I'll go with it. All right, Yellowstone. Oh god, this AO. This is the AO we saw last time. Granted, it's not the same. Ooh. Yeah, they added a lot to that AO. It was a messy last week with this AO. But anyway, Despo made this mission. Background is after containing a virus outbreak of unknown origin located in a small town of Solfatara, Bundeswehr are tasked to create a temporary research facility in the research with scientists to try and to figure out where the virus came from. While the Bundeswehr was busy building the securing area, some unknown group launched an attack on 3 sites associated with the outbreak. Okay. Force in small hills in the area of operations. No mission-specific rules. Game mode is going to be cache destruction. You just got to make the cache go boom, and you win. If you're the attacker, if you're the defender, don't make the cache go boom, and you win. Do we have a prediction going up? No, we don't. All right, let me fix that. Op 4 is attacking, Blue 4 is defending. And that should be good. I'll keep it on 16 minutes. Awesome. All right. Otherwise, I'll go through everything and I'll start reading through everything as well. Max view distance is a little over a click. Default defender build points is set to the default setting at 125. No magnified optics, no NVG equipment. Medium anti-tank weaponry is going to be 2 AT shots per launcher, which means the squad that has the RPGs or the medium anti-tank weapon specifically, they get 4 rounds, 2 with the assistant, 2 with the actual gunner. Uniforms for, we're going to do Op 4 first.
6
Willow, thanks for
now.
the 4 gift subs, my man. I saw you also posed me something. I'll read it in a second. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. If you got a sub from Willow, make sure you thank him.
Goat Team 6
And I know he's a guy, so I don't say him or her. Anyway, we have the, wait. Op 4 are the Independent Faction
Send in
210
Goat Team
Philippine Naval
6
Special Operations
now.
Command Tiger Strike. Awesome choice. That actually does feel like a really PMC group to give them, like, you know, Tiger Stripe, give them the
Send in
Chad
Goat
Special
Team
Forces
6
stuff. I'm going to quickly
now.
scroll down here to the Designated Marksman, which is going to be a Mark 14. All right, cool. Loadouts are otherwise going to be HK-416s with M4A1s. HK-416, in my opinion, one of the, if not the most well-balanced weapon in all of Arma. In terms of assault rifles, in terms of stats, it has a really good stability for what it is. I'd still prefer 249 overall, but that one, I remember the 416s were probably like the most even weaponry in terms of recoil control. Otherwise, M4s as well. We have 249s, 240 Gulfs as the support machine guns. Light anti-tank going to be the M72. M2010 sniper rifle, which is bolt action 338 for the recon specialist, and then a Mark 14 or SOCOM 16 for the suppressed shooters, MP7 or M4A1 for the crew and aviation slots. Assets for Blue, Op 4 coming in. Sorry, I was saying that was Blue 4. My bad. It's Op 4. Which, also, that's why it threw me off, because normally these are Blue 4 based weapons, and you would see them on Blue 4 kits, not Op 4. So anyway, they have an unarmed KA-60 for transport. Transport MI-8 with PKTs, so 2, probably a rear one and a side one. 4 armored SUVs, which can take 6 people each. 3 transport trucks, 2 Gaz T-Gears armed. It only has the 7.62 by 54 PKM on the top. The VOG-30 shooter, the AGS, the GMG grenade machine gun is unscripted out. That's just an F&F standard. And then 2 transport off-roads with a cool-looking pattern. Those can carry 6 people each. Blue 4, meanwhile, are going to be the Bundeswehr. I can never pronounce that right. Camouflage pattern German forces, so I believe the designated marksman is going to be a 416 with a scope, but I will try to confirm that. Could be, actually, it might be a G3, but we'll see. Loadouts are going to be the HK-416s with a Mini-Me or an MG3 as the machine guns. Another law for the light anti-tank. Same sniper rifle, Mark 14 or an MP7 for the reconnaissance suppressed shooters, and then an MP7 or a 416 for the crew and aviation slots. Now, nothing on crew served weapons, but their assets are going to be 2 transport trucks, 2 standing 50 cals, which only have 400 rounds across 4 boxes, and then 2 M240 Bravos with a shit ton of ammo, and infinite smoke generators. I want to quickly look over to Blue 4 before I break things down.
Alleyways, as well as from the south in towards that MSR. I want the 18 team.
They're talking tactics locally right now. I'm doing my best to find a squad marshal. I'll just wait till I break weaponry down. So let's go over back at Vagrant here. Vagrant is going to be commanding this one. Tender Banner is going to be the 2IC. Kane leading X-Ray. Flux being the sniper from the looks of things. SL Dream being the 2IC. Guy Fury, other suppressed shooter here. Michael also a suppressed shooter. And Maz going to be the group medic. Jareek is going to be squad leader for Alpha. Alpha 1 being led by Anderson with Wheaton, Wiki, Bobby, Miller, Martin, and Poe under him. Alpha 2 led by Bridges with Cyrus, Fist, Squeak, Cosmonaut, Warwick, and Sub-Angular under him. Nemesis leading Bravo HQ. Bravo 1 has merged with Bravo 2. Whiplash on top with Iander, Atlas, Nask, Avian, Kevin, Colin, Harry, Leg, and Dylan. Schnuffles leading Delta HQ. Looks like they merged everything there as well. We got Zoni, Artisan, Korvac, Space Cowboy, Carl, Danny Ganry, Waldo, Arcane, and Washed under him. Then Mountain's going to be flying Hotel 1. Hotel 2 is going to be flown by Blam and Banks. Looking over at Blue 4 here, scrolling back up to the top, we got Rust commanding. I haven't seen Rust command. I feel like he's done it before, but he's one of the choices that I would not expect to take it. So, let's see what he does. Got Choate leading X-Ray here, Puma being the medic, Patriot being the sniper, Olaf being a suppressed shooter. Having a look at him, he has... No, he's going to be the 2IC because he only has a G36. Reznov being one of the suppressed shooters. Twins, I would assume, being the other one. Both going with Mark 14 EBRs. Norris leading Alpha HQ. Alpha 1 being led by Nielsen with...
What are you doing?
No, it's... Okay. Led by Nielsen with Nelson, Snatch Goblin, Herb, Carlson, Eagle, and Montgomery. Despo leading Ty McBant, Dooley, and Shao. Mito leading Bravo HQ. Bravo 1 being led by Jane Sanders with Catnip, Stretch, Slev, Lurch, Sam Hadwick, and Aussie Wookie. Let me go through that again real quick. I'm trying to figure out who has the marksman rifle in the group. I don't see it. Bravo 2 being led by Roland with Alex Hood, Sven, Werewolf, Jax, and Black Fox. Delta 2 led by Saddam with Pierce, Grab, Wayne, and Azuki. I'm going to quickly go through Alpha again, because I'm trying to at least, if they don't have a marksman, I want to see who has the scope. So that's a CCO 68. There we go. That's... Is that an I-27? What's that? You still in here? I know you mope around in here, buddy. What's,
Why are you in the floor?
Is that a 416 or an I-27? Either way, it's a 5.56 weapon with an ACOG on it. That's a 416? All right. Are 416s full auto? I don't remember. I think it's only bolt, but either way, I mean, he's meant to be the marksman, so hopefully he'll get some good pickoffs. Otherwise, let's scroll back up here. Let's see what I missed. Barb is on a trip right now. He's going to be gone for, I think, 2 weeks. He's touring Europe at the moment. So he's not passed out drunk. We'll see him. Honestly, by the time he's getting back, I'm going to then be gone for 2 weeks. And I have a few days where I'll be back. One of the days I'm going to take off for my father's birthday. But then the other 2 I'll be around. I think I'll be able to cover Friday Night Fights in the Mill and OFCRA. Because it'll be a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday gig. But otherwise, scrolling through everything. But Willow, dumb question, Twitch said no, and I'm not a tier 1 and can't upgrade. Should I just wait, or is there another solution? To upgrade your sub? I guess just wait, because I know people that have upgraded their subs, so I don't know what to tell you at that point, buddy. From what I thought I understood, people were just able to upgrade it. But they might have also taken that feature away because I know they're also thinking about changing the pricing policies for subs. So that Twitch makes more money off of them instead of the 60-40 split they do for Tier 2 and the 70-30 split they do for Tier 3, where you make more money a little bit if you get those levels of subs, but whatever. 2010 is 300 Winchester mag? Got it. My bad. Bundeswehr. I know, Fives. I try my best. And yes, the 416, as I was saying earlier, it's probably one of the best RHS rifles because it has very low recoil. It's a fun thing to play with, but I haven't played with it in a while because I used to play with it all the time for like 506 Secret Squirrel Ops, but it got so boring because I would just headshot everything like instantly. So that's why you also see me take cursed kits like the like the P90 with the marksman, with the pit bull scope on it, and I treat it as a marksman rifle, the 60 round M249. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, good God. They still have recoil, and they used to. They got rid of it, but for a while, this is also what made me leave my billet. Is they had some really ridiculous weapon sway, and it just took the fun out for me. Yeah, but that when they did that, that was before they added the weapon sway back, which was just a pain. But I would still say that is one of the better milsim communities out there, because I've been to quite a few. But, you know, everyone has their own tastes for Arma 3 and whatnot. But let's go ahead and look over the sectors, since we still have time. So, sector... Actually, it's not even sectors, it's just different areas. So this area here, if we want to know where the caches are, you just take the defending faction, and then you open the maps, and then it shows you. So, that one is in here. Second story? First story? Yeah, first story. All right. So they're all trying to set up on this building. It's a pretty nice compound. This is, I think, just a storage facility. They have it listed as a brewery and power plant. Cool. So we got some nice places where they can go up high, but the forest cover right here and the really big hills kind of dissuade me from using it. It's got this nice open area here to lock down this position, but there's so many other places that you can flank from. I feel like they need more players to fully lock this down, especially since you got this route in, you got that nice Overwatch area, you got another route in. It's a tough area to defend, in my opinion. Second area is the field hospital set up in this town, which I could see with enough people you could properly lock down. They've got some pretty decent open areas around it, but they got a lot of low ground that the enemy can use to maneuver up to this position because it's definitely on some sort of plateau. But if you overwatch those open areas and you put battle lines in the forest, you should be fine, but that would really stretch the defenders thin. So also, not the best AO. Maybe hold the block area and rely on these open areas, but that, again, provides a lot of cover for your enemy to get right on top of your position and close the CQC. And CQC is where things get really messy. And then you also have this research complex over here that's being built as this third area. And again, there's a cache in each one of these blue boxes within the other blue box. This one, I see that they fortified a lot of sandbags on the rooftop of this building to give themselves more cover around the area. But again, I mean, the approaches have a lot of tree cover. There's also some roaming hills on top of these little ridges on these approaches, so it does make it a lot tougher to get into the AO. This I don't agree with at all, because if you start getting shot up here, you're screwed. And there's cover until they get under your position and start plinking at your feet, which if you're right here can be all the way over there. If a GL hits up here, you're screwed, because the GLs would just aim for here and then they'd shower you with shrapnel. Once you get stuck up here and sighted, you're a dead person. So this one, damn it, Dooley and Chow, I think you know better, but they're playing it risky. Especially since, you know, they're at the same level as people coming over. Normally, really high areas are nice because it's not the first place a lot of people look, but if you're parallel to the ridges, that's literally the first place they're going to see as they poke their head over. They're going to see that green over there and go, huh, why is there green on a yellow texture? And then they're going to scope in and see them and shoot the shit out of them. So, I get it. They're playing tower defense, but it's a very bad place. It's a very bad place. Plus, if that crane isn't set to invincible, which it might be because it's a custom placed object, 1 AT round, that crane falls over, and it's really funny because it also gets a really stretched texture. But yeah, they'd be dead. They'd be dead at that point. So, Op4, meanwhile, have set up. Mission has started. Putting my interface back on. They're going to do a vehicle charge down here. We've got the 2 aircraft over here. We have the Mi-8. It's just going to have a gunner. Mountain's going to fly 6 people in. I'd assume that's going to be X-Ray. Yep. So this just makes me think X-Ray is going to be redeployed in a weird position somewhere. But we'll just have to see how that goes. I'd imagine if I was Op4, I would just keep all my forces together. I would probably dismount like somewhere around here. Walk in, hit that sector. Walk up, hit that sector. Walk up, hit that sector. I would just battle line, keep all my forces together. Maybe put X-Ray to start harassing the 3rd sector, because that seems to be the norm in the strat. Of just, you know, in maps like these, just send X-Ray off willy-nilly, because it's really hard for the attacking faction sniper to find good spots to do Overwatch, but the suppressed shooters can do something. And that Mi-8 is going to be bait. It is going to be very, very big bait. Oh god, I forgot how sexy Night Val's voice is. I love that, man.
Mi-8's heading northwest past our position.
Yep, so they're calling it out. But that Mi-8 is pure bait. Just to distract Blue 4.
I'd say don't reveal us unless we really need it.
Blue 4's not going to fall for the bait.
Super suspicious.
Well, I'm trying to be as less suspicious as possible.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Combined arms with armor possible. OFCRA. Yesterday, we streamed it this morning, but they had 154 players on. They had 2 jets on either side. They had 4 different factions for a Cold War scenario. So they had like the 2 sides of Germany, US, Russians, Yugoslavians, British, and I forget the other 2. And then they had 3 tanks on either side as well. So they had a massive combined arms fight, and it came down pretty close, but the better team that did the better tactics won. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was a really cool match, and that one is on the VODS channel now, and it's also in the Twitch VODS channel as well, so pretty good. Mi-8 immediately getting shot at by the 50 cal. Gets hit again. Engine's going down.
Is it too late to respawn?
There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and mute. Someone asking if they can respawn. Oh, he's going down too hard. Yep. He had it, he just wasn't able to bleed enough speed, and they're dead. And Blam disconnects. So there goes that helicopter. I think Banks was making that joke because he got shot out by the 50 cal as Blam crashed, because I didn't see Banks come out. I didn't see the +1, so Banks was asking that question. That's pretty funny, actually. I'm gonna give that one a write down. Tiberius, I agree, but I'll also say it is not hard to shoot down an Mi-8 with a 50 cal. That thing is literally a flying whale. It's like hitting the backside of a barn, but the barn flies, and it's still within a few hundred meters of you. So now we're just going to see the platoon move in, and as they get closer, I'll get on their POV. So let's watch these forces come in. But as I predicted, they're going to keep the forces relatively close. X-Ray is going to be deployed somewhere up there. Blue 4 deciding not to hold the field hospital. They're going to hold these 2 objectives. That's going to make it a lot tougher for Op 4 to get their foot in the door. But if they're able to with minimal casualties, they're probably going to win it. But yeah, we always have a little bit of maneuvering time here. the quiet before the storm. So, Op 4 slow. They're being incredibly cautious because they might think that, you know, there's Blue 4 on that ridge to overwatch this position. So they want to make sure it's clear before they push themselves in. Now they move. .113 just went active. Yeah, they're keeping it in here to use later. I'm gonna be honest, I like that type of strategy. They're keeping it as a surprise, which will make anyone who's like trying to use their rifle switch to AT and potentially get them picked off because that leaves them super exposed. If I was given the choice of assets, I definitely wouldn't do that with a 113, but I mean, they're making the best of that type of asset. As I predicted, you know, this was one of the two ways they would come in, from there or over here, and they're actually using both with the Force on Overwatch. I called this. That is exactly how you should do it. Now, this group immediately engaging, I don't necessarily agree with. You should wait for your Overwatch to get in and have your Overwatch engage first, but it's because these guys are aggressively pushing in immediately. AT blowing up one of the SUVs, but they already fully dismounted. This group doing a dismount, but Night Owl and Hood could potentially do something pretty major up here. These guys are getting shot at from their left. I don't know if that was friendly fire. Now we're hearing grenades. There's our tracers kicking in. I think they're throwing them over, though. More grenades being thrown in. KA-60 doing an orbital to try to distract Blue 4's eyes. MG3 engaging, was unable to get the kill. He's overexposed. Grenades going up. Alex still able to make the kill. But he definitely took some shots. There's his blood. Night Owl overexposed in a little bit. Gets picked off by Zoni. Waldo knocked out. Blue 4 unable to find where he's being engaged from. Still rolling back here, very exposed. Skylining a little bit, but Op 4 is on the defensive. We got two bodies right here, a third down. KA-60 still flying out and about. Yeah, Roland shouldn't be focusing on that. Blue 4 shouldn't fire at that because that is pure bait right now. Still got Alex up here with the MG3. He's bandaging. But once he's stabilized at that close of a range, he can just look from the top and pick people off. Just has to be patient with it. Meanwhile, Blue 4 has deployed Lurch and Sleeve on the flank of Bravo 1, who are in the town. So they're trying to get some people on the rear of this Op 4 attack. Because you got to remember, this is the entirety of Op 4's force minus X-Ray, which is going to be going for the field hospital. And caches they should be able to destroy on their own with a lot of ammo, but they can do it nonetheless. Alex still bandaging. I think once he, if Op 4 stays pinned here, the smoke dissipates and he fully bandages, he's going to have a great time here. But Space Cowboy Carl right here is going to be pretty deadly. Whiplash staying next to those gunshots. Hood forced to reload. Tiger putting some shots on Hood. Alex, you're going to have to bipod that and spray. Gets Iander. There's the bipod. And he eventually gets taken out by Tiger. There's the double tap. At least he was able to get one more. But look at this. Op 4 all over the left side here. You only have Aussie Wookie left. He's prone, trying to bandage. You still got these two Blue 4 guys up here, but they're completely out of position at this point. Hearing some more shots to the north. X-Ray still folding in. And you still have that 113 surprise. With that gun trained right there, laying in wait. That is nasty, but if they're slow with it, they'll notice the 113s right here. They could theoretically hit it right there and blow this vehicle up before that gun is able to properly turn out. I wonder, does he have an angle to see right there? Yeah, no, it's too far. He's got a very small slit. Got Nemesis putting some shots over. We do have a man down over here. Two, actually, are dead. And the gun was too busy looking up at the helicopter. Or they were going low to reload it to lower their target profile. Some turrets, they do bend your character down when you look up, which is quite nice. Carl now is over this position. Roland is bleeding out. We have these two guys folding around. We got another 3 on the outskirts here. Basically, the remaining Blue 4 defenders are not going for winning here. They're going for just killing as many Op 4 as they can so the other sector can hold them out. But it's not playing in their favor. We got a lot of dead Blue 4 here. There's a dead Op 4 right there, but that's, 3 bodies to 1. Mito trying to play chicken with Miller. Another, no, that's a dead Op 4 guy right there, so I think that was Mito, yep. He got that kill. Grenade's doing more damage on Miller. He's taking a few more shots. Alright, we got Fist, who's been, uncon knocked there. He's not waking up. The term for that is he failed his wake-up check on Ace Medical. But Lurch might get behind Vagrant. Vagrant is the commander here. Lurch unable to get the kill, stays in place for too long. Tenderbaner gets a lot of shots on him, eventually gets the headshot. Sleeve trying to throw some grenades, unable to knock out Command, which would have still been smart to coordinate them to push the other 2 areas. But yeah, X-Ray is going to find that other cache and take it out. But again, Op 4 only wins if they're able to take out all 3. That rear attack failed. We still have some Blue 4 on the northern side. Mito, I think, was taken out by Miller. Miller on 4 kills. Excuse me. Yeah, that gunner shot out before he could react. Not sure if he was shot from the rear, though. You only have just some outskirt players, and then you got Saddam up here. He's gotten 1 kill. And another Blue 4 guy right here picked off. And it's just the smoke, or excuse me, the sandbags just attract attention to that spot. The green contrast especially. You're going to see it on the crane and the 3rd AO as well. But color contrasts, anything that drags people's attention. That's why skylining's so dangerous in PvP, because that you'd be surprised what that little silhouette does to attract players' attention. Other guy up there was picked off. Tenderbaner on 4 kills as well. Good God. So Black Fox has run in. You still have these Blue 4 guys over here. They're trying to fold into this position. We might see Miller, I think, died, actually. These guys were able to get him. Sven is up on a kill. Now you just got Bobby, but maybe Miller pulled in to here, and we've just missed him. So you have some suppression coming from the other sides here. At this point, no, they're sending a counterattack. Why are you counterattacking? You don't have the manpower for that. Oh, this could be the mistake Blue 4 makes. I think they sent this in maybe to rescue people. Then again, they shouldn't have brought 5 people in to do it. They're getting some knockouts, though. But a counterattack on an objective you've lost. There's objective 2 being destroyed by X-Ray. Miller's by the fuel tanks. All right, he's still alive. That is... They have to immediately pull back. No, they're doing a dismount. An unsupported attack, but... That is dangerous. And he's shooting at the chopper bait. Whiplash failed his wake-up check. Gabian, I think, trying to run over to check on him. Saddam is now going active in this AO. Still only on 1 kill. We got Bobby here getting some pickoffs, trying to take out Snatch Goblin. He goes down to that M14. They need to mount up and leave, because this is a very, very bad idea. Miller, Saddam trying to find him. Miller throws a grenade. Or no, Saddam threw the grenade, my bad. There's the first cache being destroyed. Nah, because you're just defeating yourself in detail if you're sending a small group to attack the enemy's main force. These 3 pushing up north are now getting caught by X-Ray, who cut them off, because I think they're heading up to this northern AO, not realizing that the thing's been hit, because there's only a small amount of people left on that final area. Not for is now, if they can sweep that area of the attacking force that came in, they'd have a significant numbers advantage. But as I'm saying that, we're seeing them mount up. They had 2 KIA, because they're from +5 to +3 now. What they need to do is they need to pick up the rest of these dudes and pull them back to the sector. Maybe send another vehicle to pick these guys up, because otherwise X-Ray is going to cut these groups off. Lovely. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, my man. Hope you enjoyed FNF tonight, because I know you played EU for the first time. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Again, thank you for the sub. I hope you get a nice kick out of this stream. And thank you for the gift sub as well.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Yeah. That's another 2 dead, because now they're at +1. And the driver's unconscious. Thankfully, that follow-up A team missed, but it doesn't matter, because that first one was all they needed. It's not a streamer curse, that was a fact. They should not have done that counterattack, and I think that's going to cost them the game. Now you got these guys popping smoke and trying to pull away, but you've got that Papega Pirate aggression by Bay, King here. Bay has it too, but he's not part of Papega. That I wanted a quick round 2? Yeah, but we're not going to have enough time because these guys are going to have a long walk to the final area. Plus they're sweeping for survivors at this point. Whew. So we do see a few Op 4 guys getting picked off. I think that was Carlson. No, that was Kane. Wow. Carlson got Kane. That's something you don't see every day. Granted, Carlson is one of the marksmen, though, so he has the scope, so he can much more accurately aim for the head. But Dream makes Carlson kiss goodbye. You still got Herb. I think he's still unconscious in that Vic. Yep, failed his wake-up check. And the last guy dismounted, and I don't see him around anymore. And Herb just bled out. I got Reznov over here. Well, he is just going to stay in Mason's head now because he's dead. Is that also by Dream? Good shooting on Dream there. Now, the question is, I mean, there's 2 trucks right here for Op 4 to take, so they can just take those and drive into the last sector. Vagrant's also bringing up one of the up-armored SUVs. Tender Bander's bringing up one of the transport trucks. Yeah, they're fine. Yep, now there's only 1 Blue 4 guy remaining on this pullback. There was like 6 or 7. I think 3 of them made it back, but the remaining are just getting taken out. And you've got another car. This is a 5-man group on one of the Gaz Tigers. Coming around, but 5, I mean, could do significant damage because there's only a handful of guys left in this AO. Welcome home, Boo. Love you. But Dream smells sniper. Christ, Dream, do you have an aimbot today? That was a great spray down. Damn. He's taking a sniper. It was like, mine. That's mine now. And you're right, they are taking one of the 113s. I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't take the 113. The 113, it's slower. Yes, it has a gun, but if that thing gets hit by AT, half of the infantry inside dies. We've seen that in the EU rounds, and we saw it in this this round. It's just, it's not worth it. It's just a giant lunchbox target that's going to get shot. Oh, for the love of God. Now it's just going to be a repositioning of forces, but I think it's over at this point. God, you have Dooley staying on this position. That's such a risk. I hope he's able to at least get a kill before he's picked off, but I assure you, he is going to get picked off. Maybe with Op 4 coming in this direction, it'll take him a little longer to find that position because they won't be even, but Delta, why the hell did Delta deploy all the way over there? Wow. That is a long way to go, guys. This shows me that Op4 doesn't think they wiped a majority of Blue 4 out. They're still expecting Blue 4 to have the manpower to go around on the outskirts. There's Mountain going, though. An aluminum lunchbox. Yeah, because if you go on the hatch and you shoot through the hatch, that hatch isn't resistant to 5.56, as we found out in FNF, and you can kill everyone inside by shooting through the doorway in the back, which is quite fun. 1 life PvP. Yes, rip. We cover 6 rounds of it on Friday, though tonight I'm doing 5 because we've got a DayZ event to go host. And then we have OFCRAs, which is a bigger single event with 40 extra minutes on it. Yeah, what's that? But it still gets you from point A to point B. And even then, I mean, look at this. So they went all the way over here, and these guys on foot are pretty close at this point. And you could say, oh, well, that's just X-ray, but, I mean, these guys aren't X-ray. They've just been going to it. What is... Mountain's playing chicken, and Bay is not having any of that shit. We heard him get a hit on it. Oh, my God. If you need a link, honestly, just Google Friday Night Fights Arma 3 PvP and their website will come up and you can find all the information there. I'm not sure in my Discord I have a link to FNF, but I gotta rebuild all the links to all the communities I work with because that 9 weeks of bullshit's over. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. So Ben's on 2 kills with that MG. I think he actually got a few of those Op4 guys there, but now we hear Op4 retaliating. That was Flux, I think, who is the Op4 marksman. He is trying to line up a shot. There is a tree in the way. Someone got him. Sound like a machine gun of some sort. Or was that Dream? That was Dream? Wait, no, he already had the 2 kills. Never mind. I was about to say. Oh! Bay! Bay just did Dream dirty. He blew his head up with the 50 cal. And then what's that with the comment? Oh, I read that in Driver Nafai's voice too. Oh man, that was beautiful. For those that don't know, that is a Fallout New Vegas reference. My God. Oh. I don't think I cursed him there. I just went, oh, it's Dream. Dream's dead. Dream curses himself. Oh, but look at this beautiful battle line. Op4's already has a few people in here. Maz, for example. He's getting red on redded, you know. Friday Night Fights, also known as Friendly Night Fire, whatever the hell we call it. I think he's actually going to die here. To his friends. That's another hit. And we got Dooley up here. He's just hiding. He's going to wait till Op4's right on top of him. Poor Maz. He's doing his best. But he's alone. That's the one issue you have when you're alone. I mean, blue on blue is a very nasty reality. We got a blind spray coming up here. They're firing up on Bay's position because they know Bay's the real threat. Okay, there's no way they know that that's Bay. Let's all point and laugh at Dream when he comes in. He's not, though, because I'm in the TFAR channel because I wanted to listen to them locally. Blue 4 lost quite a big chunk of their assets in the beginning, which is why they're like this now. Granted, we have Bay on 3 kills, and he is going to quickly rack things back. I consider Bay the best player here tonight. But he is fighting some other really good players, like Scan Your Recon under Whiplash, and Gavian. Maz is also pretty good. Now here's the real gist, though. If we have an explosive specialist run up, which Miller is, if Miller has satchels, Miller just needs to satchel this building. And he's getting shot at by Eagle. That's a dastardly spot eagle. And instead there's AT going into this building. Miller just can't seem to find where he's being shot at from. And he dies. Again, good spot for Miller to be in. Or Eagle, excuse me. He didn't get the kill, though. It's because he's only unconscious. There's the double tap. Now Eagle has the kill. Dooley crawling around up here. But he is taking fire as he crawls around. Flux is up here shooting at him through the bottom grace. I told you this would happen. And I have the GL's fire up here. Not surprised. Now, oh, we have a full encirclement going here. And Blue 4, I don't think, has the manpower to hold. And there's Dooley trying to stay high. This crane's invincible, because I noticed the bullets aren't actually going through the bottom grate, because when you set a building to invincible and undestroyable, because you disable its ability to take damage, bullets don't pen some textures. And I think they're not penning this texture, so Dooley is just up here vibing. Because he should be dead by now, because the bullet should have penned below the grate. So a little bit of meta, but that's fine. Ooh, did you see that headshot right there? Ricochet on the top of his helmet? That was after the AT shot, mind you, but ooh. Even if it's invincible, still a kill zone. And I think I just watched Korvac get a pickoff. No, I thought I saw a Blue 4 symbol disappear up there. How much is Bay on right now? He's still on 3. Trying to line up the shot on Korvac up there. Now he's looking out. Takes fire. Folds back in. Dooley wakes back up. Oh, God, Dooley. Your bullshit timer is impeccable. You see, they're trying to find, like, the perfect angle to shoot through. I'm seeing the shots deflecting off of this, actually. Oh, this is gamey. You know what that means? There's going to be drama. Tiger's running up. You still got Mountain flying around with that helicopter. Yeah, there's no pen. They have to GL the top of it. More AT goes in. He's got Flux and Guy Fieri breaching. Flux getting all of those kills there. And Bay is also dead, so this building is clear. Now, I'm going to quickly check. Satchel's in this building that Despo is on, I believe. But we just heard a Satchel go off. That was to blow the crane up. That knocked Tiger out, but that killed Despo. This is what I was talking about earlier. So that means I think the crane wasn't invincible then because it's still destroyed, but it was just bulletproof on the bottom. There's a few different crane textures in this game. Wow. That was a red on red, because I think that was either a really well-placed trap or someone on the outside Satchel not realizing that it was breached. But yeah, there's a few different crane textures. Some are invincible on the bottom, some that allow you to shoot through. It's weird. There's the third and final cache. 67 thrown in, that could hurt Despo. Oh, at least 4 shrapnel hits and 1 was to the head. They're trying to fire the PKT through, but this is bulletproof. You still have Eagle on the outside, so once they kill Despo, it's not going to be over to kills. So we just need to see AT or something else to use. They're firing at Vagrant. That's a lot of red on red. Yeah, see how the bullet isn't going through? It's just hitting that glass. This is that 2035 bulletproof glass. Vagrant then gets hit by Eagle. Wait a second. Covert. Omeo Walmon Shinde roos him. And that is all Blue 4 dead. And that is a GG to Op4 before they can figure out how to back up the cache. All right. AT going everywhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, in an hour and 15 minutes, we will have a Daisy paper pen thing. I think I'd rather prep the AO and have a little bit of extra time. Hillary Clinton, I mean, that too. Good on ya. I'm going to quickly adjust the title here. But we'll be back in about an hour for Daisy. This means I can get everyone organized a little quicker. And we might even start the stream a little earlier, probably in about 30 to 45 minutes even. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. And hopefully I'll see you in a bit. And if you missed this one, that's okay. We have another one at 6 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. Where'd my mouse go? There it is.